Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 46 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 playthrough, and we are wasting no time. Everything else is done. The only thing left to do is the very end.
The time for time wasting is over.
Yes. The time for Kickamus Buttamus of Ansimus is here.
This is the fourth episode we're recording tonight. So if you're wondering why, that's why.
Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock.
I'm sorry if I missed like a critical plot detail somewhere, but is it ever revealed who that voice belongs to that talks to Sora?
I don't know.
Is it Nomura himself?
I'd go out on a limb and say it's probably Ventus.
It's the Nomura ghosts.
Oh, God. We're here to rewrite history because we don't know how to write a story.
Oh, jeez, that word just straight up disappeared.
They're rewriting Destiny Islands.
We're Monos, the Hand of Fate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Goofy, it was an island. Before it was consumed by the draw distance.
It was consumed by the Pokemon Company.
Oh, no.
Aw, grape. I wanted cherry.
But hey, at least it's a fantasy.
That is not Tang.
I ain't drinking it. Is it a sea of darkness?
Oh god, one of
Whatever
the
darkness is.
one of the screen grabs that describes the Kingdom Hearts fandom the best is coming up, I think, in this cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
It might
There's
be
some,
the
like,
next...
esoteric emo BS coming up.
Well, there's that, but it's, Ansem has a particular line.
Also, I've heard this cutscene particularly like a bajillion times.
Well, yeah, because if you lose at any point during the first couple phases of this boss fight, you have to start again from the save point, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like two very distinct phases of Ansem. There's like human Ansem phase and then grotesque eldritch horror Ansem.
Well, human Ansem gets a few different phases. And a little intermission in between.
I'm pretty sure I already told you guys that when I played this on my first playthrough, I had so much trouble on the first phase and I lost so many times that by the time I finally beat it, I was like, oh no, there's more. And I first tried all the rest of the phases driven by just pure fear of having to do the first phase over again.
Well, that's good because, see, I had the opposite experience where this first phase was like a cakewalk for me, or a relative cakewalk. But his second form, after the little intermission, I just could not figure out.
I think it's his next line.
But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
I love his positivity.
This is a pretty interesting way to...
just like, oh, sad.
There it is. There it is.
You're right, Ansem. I don't.
Yeah.
They paid a Hollywood actor to say that.
Yeah, they paid him $500 on Cameo.
Very expensive performance.
I wonder if nowadays, if anyone like cameos him any lines from this, if he's just like, nah, and just returns the money.
No, he keeps the money.
Never again.
Teach him a lesson.
He takes the money and then just sends him one of the like 500 recordings he already did for other people.
When's the last time you heard or saw Billy Zane in anything? He needs that $500.
We're making fun of this poor Hollywood actor.
Trey, unpack what you just said.
I know. Okay, emotionally, we're just making fun of him relentlessly.
Well, it's just so funny and random that, like, for the main villain of this guy, they got like the rich evil guy from Titanic.
Yeah. Because all the kids will know who he is, surely.
I mean, I don't know what I would have expected, but it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a funny footnote in the Kingdom Hearts lore.
I wonder if when parents bought this for their kids and they heard him among other
They bought it because they
voices.
knew it had Billy Zane in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or
I'm
if
gonna
they
have
bought
to
it and
listen
just
to
like
this game, so I hope he has a lot of lines and he's in most of the story.
So
That's like hoping Kiefer Sutherland will be a big part of MGS5.
Oh,
I'd
There's
like
probably
to.
one person that bought Kingdom Hearts for their kid because of Billy Zane.
They're not even like a fan of Disney.
Doubts.
Okay, now
I
you
would,
definitely have Kuraga, because that animation.
Yeah, I have
is
it now. Yeah, I did some more like treasure hunting and just exploration off screen, so I didn't have to take you guys on an experience shared journey.
Trey, you're
I
possessed
would,
by
Pokemon
Dumb
playthrough.
Guardian.
I would like to take a moment to point out how Guardian is one of my favorite character designs in this entire franchise.
It's so good.
It's basically a JoJo stand.
It really is, and I love
Oh
it.
god, he did it again.
Oh, we gotcha.
So, if you get close to him while he does that submit move, his Guardian Force just,
Ooh, hands off.
yeah, he just, like, puts his creepy molester hands all over you.
Yeah, I think this is the reason I struggled so much on this phase as a kid. Because back then, it was like, alright, pretty much all I know how to do is hit attack again and again, and now it's punishing me for it. I
Yeah.
don't know how to adapt to this.
Well, it's the game, like, making you pay attention to the fight. Like,
Yeah.
that's one thing, like we've said before, like, the human character fights are usually the fights that are harder and more interesting, and this one's no exception to that rule.
Yeah.
Like, he is a fun and interesting fight, however annoying it may be.
Oh, good, you can cure yourself again. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there's something I appreciate about games that finish with, you know, they have all these extravagant bosses, but then they kind of finish with a more grounded fight. And this game is
Yeah.
not an example of that, because as we'll see, Ansem has this, like, ridiculous monster form, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, the final boss is just kind of the final phase of the final boss is just kind of like a,
The end of Kingdom Hearts 2 is pretty much a reverse of this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I quite
All
enjoy
style.
how we've just sort of been calling it a monster, so as to avoid spoiling what it actually is, because it is insane.
Yeah, like, words cannot describe
Yeah,
the thing we
I was gonna say, Nick,
we have
like,
to
is there a
fight.
word that describes it other than, well, I don't know, I guess that's kind of
Well,
underselling
there's one
it.
I can think of.
Yeah, there's one. There's one pretty big one.
It's okay, here's what I'll describe it as before we get to it. It is Captain Harlock's ship, but made of flesh.
The word. Well, you just described the whole thing. I was gonna say, the word ship describes it pretty well.
You ever
Yeah.
seen Gurren Lagann? It's kind of like the ship they get, like, halfway through the first season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the was it like the Daiguren or whatever, the one that they got from
It's
like
yes,
Ansem.
It began
Daigunzan,
as the
yeah.
Daigunzan, but it became the Daiguren after
Yeah.
Communism.
the one they
That's-
get from the Beastman captain.
Yeah. I love that ship. It's such a goofy ship too. And it's well animated too. It has a personality. Oh yeah.
So for
it's our
some reason
friend-
we have to fight Darkseid again here, but this
Yeah.
time with extra chocolate.
Yeah. And he's like easier this time because you just have better skills
Yeah,
and
you have a
better
Keyblade
sword.
this time.
What?
Last time you had a stick. This time
Yeah,
you have
I guess maybe
a
the
Keyblade.
point of this was to be like, look how much stronger you are. You're fighting the boss from the beginning, but like, and he has way more health, but it's easy now because you're all powered up. But like, I can appreciate that, but like, why would they put that in the middle of the final boss fight? It's just kind of a time waste, especially if you're having
So-
trouble with Ansem's second phase, which, as I said, I had a lot of trouble with. This is super annoying that you have to redo this every time.
Fair enough. So
I mean, if anything, they should have, like, if they wanted to do this, I think it would have been best to put it, like, right before the final boss.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh man, I've gotten so much stronger, like, over the course of the game. And then you get to the final boss, and it's like, oh, right, I ain't shit.
Yeah, maybe as like the final phase of that big Heartless Gauntlet we did a few episodes
Right.
ago.
oh god, start you off with a
would've made
behemoth,
sense.
give you about 100 invisibles to
And then finish with
tide you
Darkseid.
over, and then finish with Darkseid.
I would have liked that.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put him in that little room?
So,
they fit a behemoth in there.
I think this
They
is
just have Darkseid, like, he's twice as tall as the room, so he's leaning over
right.
with, like, his back up against the ceiling.
Hey Sora, forgive my posture here. I'm a little cramped.
Yeah, this kind of goes back a little to the why this is here, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, only Sora and Roxas and maybe Ventus ever fight Darkseid. So,
what is the thing Roxas fights in Kingdom Hearts 2?
well, Roxas
That's
fights like a nobody version of Darkseid,
yeah,
which we will call
Brightside?
I
Apocalypse.
call him Wiggler because he's very
Mr. Brightside.
Like,
that's the
so
one.
let's see. Yeah, let's call him Apocalypse. If this is Darkseid, then he's
yeah, the other blue guy. How did he hit me
he
so far
gotcha.
away? Like, he hit me with the very tip of his pinky.
Yeah, he grazed your cheek with the tips of his fingers.
Yeah.
actually
all it
it might
takes.
be a better idea to call him Doomsday, since that would be the same universe as Darkseid and is also just like a big white monster.
Doomsday. Oh yeah, he's the thing that beat up Superman.
Yeah,
one
Doomsday
time,
is one of the few villains with the distinct honor of having killed Superman.
Yeah. He's like Bone Hulk, isn't he?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or Bulk for short.
As foretold in
The Incredible Bulk.
cinematic epic Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Well, yeah, he's in that movie, isn't he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Or rather,
make it
there's a big CGI orc from The Hobbit that they call Darkseid or Doomsday. God damn it!
I make it a point to not
I am
watch
completely
Zack Snyder
betraying my
films.
lack of investment in comic book movies here.
At least in DC movies, aside from
like
was it
Shazam and like
and
Wonder,
Wonder
Woman.
Woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch those.
Are there any fans of the Green Lantern movie out there?
Oh god. Well, that's kind of a different
Like
beast,
the-
isn't it? Like,
The Ryan Reynolds picture or the character?
The
the movie.
movie
Because that
itself.
came out during
Ryan
like
Reynolds is fine.
the Dark Knight cycle, before like the new DC EU. I
Yeah.
guess is that what they
It
call
was also pre-Marvel, so like, well,
well,
kind of
pre-MCU.
pre-Marvel, yeah.
Or was that the very beginning, like Iron Man days?
It was like Iron Man 1 and the Ed Norton Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going into rage mode. This is where the fight gets fun.
Yeah. This is where you just get to like run for a bit and do
Yeah.
cartwheels.
I wish there was a way to like bait the Guardian into tackling him. That would be kind of
That
funny.
would be amazing.
He'll do that, and then he'll also do this like infinite charge that you can just block once and he'll get stunned.
Oh, so like,
like-
Mystic Tiger from Punch-Out.
Yes.
Y'all remember that fight in Punch-Out?
I never
think
made
his
it
name
past
is
Von
Mystic
Kaiser, to be honest. Actually, you know what? Maybe is Piston
think-
Honda the third guy you fight?
I think Von Kaiser and Piston Honda are Super Punch-Out?
He did what in his Kaiser? I'm sorry. That's the second Cars joke we'll make in this playthrough.
And hopefully the last one.
Let's see. Well... Yeah, I don't know. But anyhow...
I don't think we've mentioned this bomb music in
No,
this
we mentioned
boss. I
it
don't know
when
what
it played
it's called.
over Riku. This is
We
kind of
did?
like Ansem's boss theme.
Wait, this is
Oh.
different from the regular battle music?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's pianos in it. I actually don't know what it's called. We should
It's
probably
called
look that up.
Forza del Male, I believe. Pardon my French.
We'll put a link to that in the description, maybe. I'm the one editing this, so that might happen.
Oh, nice dodge
You
there.
missed.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
twice.
I'm immune now.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
Sorry,
As long
this
as
has
that
achieved
combo's
immunity by exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You literally activated the countermeasure that when you try to submit something too many times that's incorrect, it just stops you from doing it anymore.
He's like, do you want to reconsider your action? Yes? No?
You know, I just remembered something from Kingdom Hearts 2. In that game, when you get Glide, you can use it even when you reach the ground to move around a lot faster, which is damn near essential for the battle with the Lingering Will, if you choose to do that, because that thing can cross like a a very large arena in a matter of seconds.
He's got like a space scooter that he chases you around on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got his little
Did you just
vehicle
get
from Birth by Sleep.
200 tech points for blocking that charge?
Yeah, there was one earlier I got like 500 from too.
That was a brave thing for young Sora to do. He deserves every one of those tech points.
I think they...
No!
I think...
Oh my
God,
god.
Oh god.
No.
I think they did that...
A close one.
I think they did that so you could gain like one more level or two by the end of the game.
Yeah, thank God.
Just so you could have that little boost before you fight the frankly ridiculous final boss.
Uh-huh. Hey, look,
He's
Dorkness.
a weird one.
Behold the endless abyss.
What's going on with these subtitles?
Within it lies the heart of
Speaking
all
of weird fonts,
Kingdom Heart.
There it is. He said it.
hey, that means he wins the game.
You are able. You'll not find even the
Well,
smallest
Thank you,
Sora-
Sora, but your Kingdom Hearts is in another darkness.
dark depths.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Anson, but the light is right there. We literally couldn't see it if it wasn't
Yeah, if it
reflecting
wasn't
light.
illuminated by something, we would
as
be
evidenced
able
by the
to see
fact that we can see. And what a sight. Oh my god.
Welcome to Ansem's final form. It's like X-Death's final form from Final Fantasy V meets Golvez's final form from Final Fantasy IV meets H.R. Giger's designs.
H.R. Giger's final form
Yeah.
from Real World.
Yeah.
And occupying the same disk space as Winnie the Pooh and all of his friends.
I like to think that this fight is
He just
completely
dies and
conceptual.
Riku takes over.
Yeah, and this one, if you get a game over, sometimes Riku will come out of nothing
Wait,
to fight for you.
did you
No,
switch
Sora,
back
finish
to...
the fight.
Did you switch back to Oathkeeper off screen?
I think so.
Because you had Oathkeeper at the end of that cutscene.
Oh.
Were you using it in the fight? I don't remember.
I don't remember if I do. Okay, so inside baseball, I did lose to Ansem once and restarted everything.
Oh boy.
So if there's a little difference between the beginning of the fights and the end of the fights, that's probably why. But yeah, we've defeated his little human form, and now we gotta take on Boat.
Boat.
See you
Big
then.
sheep.